So in this particular class, first we are going to understand about the exceptional handling concept. And if time permits, we'll go with the some other particular topics also. So first we'll understand what is exceptional handling. Exceptional. So now, exception handling means whenever you write your particular code and you execute the code. So here, there is a no issue with your particular code. No issue. The code is perfectly fine. But what is happening here? In the runtime, during the executions, we are getting some particular errors. When we are getting the errors? During the runtime. Just take an example here. uh, I'm using one particular some transaction app. In that particular transaction app, I have opened the app and just assume I'm adding one beneficiary. I have added one particular beneficiary in the mobile banking app, and in middle, when I'm adding that, I got one particular call. Now I left that particular work on that particular point only, and I'm not right now. I'm talking on the call, and here when I'm talking on that particular call. So on that particular time, what is happening? After that particular call is disconnected, again I got some message on the WhatsApp. Now I'm into the WhatsApp. Now just now I got an email. Now I'm into the Gmail. Now when I back to that my particular transaction app, mobile banking app. So it is showing like session timeout. When I'm trying to log in, again it is showing like session timeout. Some error message we are getting. And now what I have done, I have uninstalled the app. Again I am reinstalled the app, and again I'm using that particular app. Now work app is working perfectly. But when I'm doing any particular work in my particular app, on that particular time, what is happening? Same issues are happening if I move from one app to another particular app. So here there is some issue is there. So these issues are coming on the runtime. Is it clear what I'm talking? So there is a no issue with the code. The issue with the runtime only. So now if I wanted to solve the some particular runtime issues which is coming to the user inputs, means whatever the user is doing some particular work, okay, on that particular work, some types of issues are coming. Just assume one more example. uh, One application is there, database application is there, and database manager have given some restrictions. At a time, only 10 developers can able to access the database application and they can do that particular work. Now just assume in that particular database, 10 database like 10 developers log in and they are doing some particular work. They have not logged out, and middle they are doing some other particular work. Now 11th developer wants to log in. They can they log in? No, because already 10 connection is on. So now again this is a one time particular uh, issues will be happening here. Okay, so these are the different things will be there. Okay, some just take example like someone is filling the form and we have added some particular conditions, and according to condition they have to fill the some particular value, but they are not filling the values according to the condition, and now they are submitting that particular form and they are getting some particular errors. This is also one type of runtime issues. Okay, so there are different things are there during the runtime if any executions want to be happened, but those executions are not happening during the runtime because user is not giving the exact inputs. User is not performing the exact task. In middle, something is happening with the user actions, and we are not getting the exact results, and we need to write the code in a one format. So if anything is happening through the user actions, then we need to tackle those particular issues And instead of like application struck or application is not working, application is behaving some other particular things, so we need to resolve these particular issues. Okay, so just assume, okay, you are developing one car application. Let's assume Tesla is there. In the software there is a one detection option will be there. If something is detect, slow the car or stop the car. Okay, you are giving some particular command, but car is not slowing, car is not stopping, and the that particular whatever the object is there, that object is not detecting properly. So on that time, what I need to do? Okay, so just result is it is recognized as a unknown thing. It is not a noun. Then what I need to do? What behavior I should accept? I should go for stop. I should go for slow option. I should go for the stop vehicle option. What I need to do? I should horn something. So something I need to execute, right? I cannot hang my application. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Instead of hanging your application in the stop, like you're stopping the execution, is not a solution. You should not stop the executions in the middle, right? It may be anything will be happen, because in the real time there are different types of applications will be there. Just application, these application in the fraction of second doing the crores of businesses. If something is happening here, like let's about the car, means Tesla car, if the object is not detecting on the time, and it is not horning, it is not slowing, and it is not stopping, just assume it is increase the speed or doing some unknown operations, then it will be harmful for the other particular person, for the individual car and who is sitting in the car. It will be a damage for the multiple persons going to be damaged, like multiple persons are going to face some particular losses. Same thing for the transaction purposes also, or any type of execution purposes also. So if something is not clear, we need to do some executions. Means if this code is not generating, generate this particular code. Means alternate should be option will be there. Okay. So then if I wanted to handle these type of particular issues, so I need to frame my particular structure. I need to write my particular code in a one particular block. So exception handling, what is? It is a concept, okay, which is used to handle the errors during the runtime. To handle this type of error, we need to manage our code in exceptional handling block. So here also, like you can see, every day we are working with a different block, like if block, loop blocks, okay, function blocks. Now there is a one more block called exception handling block. So in this we have three blocks are there. Try block is there, we have except block is there, and we have finally block is there. Okay, so there are three particular blocks are there. So now what is the purposes of each and every block? In the try block, we are going to write the actual code. If this particular code is not working, if try block is not working, okay, during the execution or runtime, then my program flow goes to the which block? Except block. Okay, and you can write n number of except block according to the requirement. Just assume, okay, if uh, just assuming object 1 is there, I wanted to execute except block 1. If object 2 is there, I wanted to execute except block 2. If different type of object 3 is there, I wanted to execute except 3 blocks. Are you getting my point, guys? Yes, no? You can write n number of except block, means runtime this issue happened, execute this. Issue number 2 is happened, execute this block. Issue number 3 is happened, go with this particular block. If actual thing is there, execute the try block. If some issues are happening, then go with the except, and you can write n number of particular except block. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes,
You
sir.
can write n number of except block according to the requirement. Okay, and next we have the finally block. So this block execute with try also and except also. Just assume you're using one particular banking application. If you are completing the work or if you're not completing the work, okay, in middle if you stuck somewhere, automatically you have to log out. If work is also completed, if you're doing manually log out, it will be logged out. Means some particular executions I wanted to execute if try is working or except is working. Are you getting my point? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if any code is required to execute if try is working or except working, so finally we will work with the both the particular blocks. If actual code execute, and once the execution is completed, go to the finally and execute this code. If try is not working, go with the except block, complete this particular error, and then come back to the finally and execute this particular last block. Means if any particular code which is mandatory and this must be executed with try or except, means compulsory it is going to be executed, these type of code can be written inside of the finally block. Okay, so these are the things are there. So this block is going to be executed if try block is working or except block is working. Compulsory it is going to be executed in any situation. Okay, now let's take an example to understand this particular scenario. What I wanted to do here, I wanted to write one particular code where it is doing some particular basic calculations, and here if this particular calculation is working perfectly, then go with the execution. Otherwise, okay, otherwise it should go with the other particular except block, and then if it finally is required, you can write the finally, or else you can make it optionally also. Okay, and let me write one more point. It is optional block if it is required, then only you can otherwise you can skip also. Okay, so now let's take an example here. What I wanted to do, I want to take two values, a equals to, let's take float of input of something, enter any value. I wanted to do some division calculations, enter any a value, and let's take one more particular b equals something float, enter any b value, and then I'm going to write result equals to A divided by B. And here I wanted to print A divided by B is result. Okay. Now simply if I give the proper values, just assume 5 divided by 2, I'm getting some particular answer. Just assume I'm giving some wrong values here. So code is perfect. There is an issue with the code? No, there is no issue with the code. But during the runtime, I'm giving some ABCD. So what will happen? Some error is going to be happen. So, but I don't want it to create any particular error here. Okay, instead of that, I want some execution. Let's give first I have given the number, second ABCD. Again, I'll get the error. First I'm giving some number, second I'm giving 0. Again, I'll get the error. So now I should not get this type of error. I need the execution. If any correct particular values is given, for the correct value, I need the separate particular execution. If any wrong values are given, some particular wrong particular execution should be generated. Okay. So how to use this type of things here? So for that purpose, we need to use the try and except block here. So how to write the try and except block? So simply here I'm going to use the copy my particular code, and that is this particular code I'm going to add inside of the try block. If this particular code is correct, this code is going to be executed. Apart from that, if this code is not executing, then what will happen? Then my particular program flows, goes to this particular except block, and whatever I have written, this is going to be executed. Now you can see here I'm just writing some error uh, error occurred. Can you please check your input values? Can you please, or else can you please re-enter your input values correctly? Okay, something. Okay, I'm passing some error message here. Now you can see here, if I give the some particular correct values, I'm getting some result here. And but if I'm writing some ABCD here, now you can see earlier we are getting these errors. Now we are not getting those errors. We are getting some particular error message. And now you can see again, see if I enter first number, second ABCD, same error is coming. First number, second 0, same message, error message is coming. Earlier, what is happening here? Something execution is stopped here, and we got the error message in the coding area, right? But we cannot stop the executions. I wanted to continue the execution. I need to print some particular results. Got it, guys? Is it clear? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Now, what I wanted to do here, for different, you can see here there are different errors occurred. Value error is also value error, and this is the zero division. So there are two different errors are there. For these two different errors, I wanted to generate the two different messages here. Okay, for these two type of errors, I wanted to generate the two different particular message. So how we can generate the this particular? So simply what I need to do here, after this particular code, here I wanted to add. Okay, let it be as except. Let's add one more except block. I wanted to add the name of that error. Okay, let's write this zero division error. Let me copy this name, and here I'm going to paste, and here I'm going to write print don't enter 0 in the denominator. Okay, this message I wanted to add, and just assume one more except is there, except block is there. For this except block, I wanted to add that message, that is the value error we are getting for the ABCD. So let me copy this error name, and here I'm going to write print, and here I'm going to mention don't enter the alphabetical letter for numerical calculations. Okay, Now you can see here, if I run this particular code, if I write perfectly, okay, we are getting some result. And if I enter some ABCD, I'll get like don't enter the alphabetical letter for the numerical calculations. And if I write something division in 0, don't enter the 0 in the denominator. Clear this point? Means separate particular executions are happening, okay, for the different types of results here. Clear this point? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Now let's write the finally block. Okay, so here just I'm writing something as of now, just dummy message something. Thank you for using our application. Okay, now once I run this, I enter some particular character values. I'm getting some result here, and here I'm getting the thank you message also. And if I enter some wrong values, let me copy this code, and let's add ABCD something. Again error message, after the error message again thank you for using our. Okay, again some zero division error, again thank you for using our. Means this particular block is going to be executed if try is working or accept is working. Clear this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's do some particular task here. So okay, in the last classes I have assigned one task, that is, the task is write a program to count the uh, vowels in the given words, okay, without any function and with any function. Okay, we need to check vowels or not. Okay, first vowels or not, and then we can do the calculation. Okay, so how to do this particular point here? So let's take one particular string value. Let's take my string equals to, let's use the input function, and here I'm going to try to enter any string value. Okay, and now once I enter any particular string value, now here I need to check the condition. So for that purpose I need the vowels. Let's take vowel as a variable name. I'm taking the set. So here I'm going to mention A, E, I, O, and okay. What is happening? Quotes is missing. Where here? Okay. Now here I just need to write the condition. If okay, we need to take the for loop for I in my string. In the string, how many words are there? It should iterate each and every one, and each and every this character, I need to check whether this character is available in the vowel or not. If it is available, then I need to print uh, this this character, nothing but the this sequence I is a is a vowel, is a vowel. Otherwise, I wanted to print else this is not a vowel. Okay. So now if I run something Python, so P is not a vowel, Y is not a vowel, T is not a vowel, H is not a vowel, O is a vowel, no, N is a not a vowel. These things are printed, right? And same thing if I wanted to check with the any function. So first of all, I need to check what is the any function in Python. So Python any function returns true if any of the elements of the given iterable are true. Otherwise, it is going to print the false. And what I need to, how we can write this? Simply you have to write in any, and then here I need to pass the sequence. You can pass the sequence as a list, tuple, or dictionaries. And here you can see in this way you can pass this. But here I just wanted to pass the my particular string values also. Okay, you can pass string value also. So here how we can write this? So simply I'm going to write using the any function. Okay, so here I'm going to copy this code, my string and vowels. So here I'm going to write using the comprehension concept. Okay, if this any function, here I'm going to write for I in my string. Okay, and here I need to write the condition if this I is available in the vowel, because first we write the sequence, right? We write sequence, but here I'm writing the condition. This condition value is available from this particular sequence. Then only I wanted to print one statement, right? Here I wanted to print the statement. Yes, it is found. Else what I wanted to print, else I wanted to print is not a verb. Okay. So here if I run this something Python, so here, okay, this n is a, okay, it's something like this n is a vowel, it is showing, okay, because it is printing true and false. Okay, let's write print something uh, instead of this sequence. Let me write here, this is a vowel and this is not a vowel. Okay, now let's check it. Okay, because it will print true and false, so last value it is going to print. So here let's write Python. Okay, so okay, still it is printing this is a vowel, only first execution is printing. Okay, what about the last? Okay, this vowel is there for any I in vowel, I in my string. Okay, so here it will check true and false. So here I need to print vowel found in the given string. So actually I'm writing wrong. So it will check either true and false, only true and false, that's it. Okay, so here no vowel found in the given string. So it will print either, you can see here, it will print true or false, either true or false, which vowels are there or not, that's it. Okay, and once I run this, if I write Python, so yes, vowel found in the given string, that's it. Either it is going to print true or false. If I wanted to count, I just need to go with the same thing. Here I can take the previous code, and here I can write something like count variable, count equals to 0, and if any vowels are founding, just I need to increase my particular count. Okay, I just need to increase the count, count plus equals to 1. Okay, and in the last I can write here if no, let's write print here something total vowels are. Okay, and if I write here Python, so now you can see here total vowels are 1 here. Okay, so we can skip this iteration simply. Okay, so else, again else is not required, and simply we can write if this count is greater than 0. I can write here like this, print yes vowel found, yes vowel found, and we can write total vowels are this. If there is a no vowels, then simply we can print here no vowel found in the. Okay, now if I write something Python, yes vowel found 1. If I write something hello world, Okay, what happened to hello world? Still it is printing only one. Okay, we have written any function, right? My bad. We need to write this. That's why I'm confusing why it is printing only one. Okay, so here we write count equals to one. Okay, so now if I write hello world, so now I can see three vowels are there. E is a vowel, O is a vowel, again O is vowel is there. And let's write welcome to Python. Now you can see total vowels are 5. Clear this concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So as of now, practice these things. In the next class, we are going to understand about the NumPy library concept. Okay. So NumPy, for that purpose, we need NumPy is by default, it is not coming with the Python. We need to install the library. And this library is used for numerical related work whenever I have a large particular data set is there, whenever I'm working with the numbers for the data visualization, data analytics purpose, okay, or any type of mathematical calculations, statistical calculations, anything related to the number. If I wanted to work, I need to handle the NumPy library. And in the NumPy library, I'm going to work with the arrays concept. So in the next class, we'll understand how to use the NumPy library, how to install the NumPy library, and how to store the data in array, and how we can do the some particular basic programs related to the array. Okay, so
Okay.
that's it for today, guys. Any doubt, any questions?